Hi, I'm Captain Grant Coppin with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.
Well, guys, the tide is super low, so it's made it good for fishing, but you got to be careful where you go. This is the turnoff to um, Bluff Landing, and there's been a ton of white pelicans in here, right around this line right here. And that kind of tells you where the fish are. So, what I've been doing is coming up here shallow. We've been throwing lures, gamblers with the gambler flapping shad with the white tail. Really doesn't matter what color you use as long as you got that white flapping tail. It's about a foot, maybe a foot and a half right here. And we're drifting towards the pelicans on a southeast wind. Now, if it's blowing north, you can still drift in here, but just look for the pelicans and drift that color change. Over here, just south of the JFK Causeway, you can see the exposed land all the way to about right here. Now, that's where we've been catching some good trout in the ditch. You can put your trolling motor down and ease through here, or you can just put it on anchor mode and fish a little cut or fish some of these little pinches that come out into the ICW. They're marked with PVC poles, so you can see where the drains are because the tide is so low. And we've been catching good numbers of trout in here. Lots of little ones, but there's still some good keepers. Out here just off the drop off, we've been seeing lots of drum, been seeing the drum lines and catching a few. Live shrimp on the bottom seems to be working the best, even though we've seen the drum on the surface. The water's kind of dirty out here, so I wouldn't recommend sight casting them, but just get on the edge and start throwing some dead shrimp on the bottom, especially on those north wind days that are blowing real hard. This is going to be a real good area to fish for those drum if you don't want to make the long run down to Baffin. Over here in Compuerta Pass, we've been catching good numbers of big drum, both oversized and upper slot drum in here. The best way to come in here is just come off the ICW, come behind this little cabin. There's 3 or 4 little floaters in here, and it's about 4 or 5 foot of water. Again, the tide's really low, so you don't have to go too far. Just come in here, put your live shrimp or dead shrimp on the bottom, and wait for that wind to start blowing hard, either out of the southeast or the northeast or north. Both are good. As long as there's water movement through the pass, you're going to catch lots of nice drum. Over here around Marker 4 Rocks, we've been catching good numbers of drum and trout both. Now, I tell this spot a lot in some of my reports, but this is not a spot you can go to every day. So you just got to pick and choose your battles. You don't want to come out and fish this on a real wavy, rough day. It just makes it tough, especially with the tide being down. You know, you're gonna hit the rocks and bounce and chip your boat up. So just don't come over here on a real rough day. Come over here where it's blowing about 10 miles an hour, maybe 15 at the most. If it's blowing 20 miles an hour out of any direction, this is gonna get real rough in here. But right along the rocks, been catching good numbers of drum and trout, both. Live shrimp seems to be the ticket if you can find it. Over here around East Clayburg Point, we've been catching some good trout around the rocks. I've been seeing a lot of wade fishermen in here. I don't get too many wade fishermen as far as clients, but we've been out here just kind of fishing around the 7-8 foot water around the outside deep rocks, and these guys that are wade fishing are coming up inside the rocks catching more of the big quality fish. And we've been sitting out here on the rocks catching just box fish and some keeper drum, what I call rock drum, anything from 14 to 18 inches. And those are the good eating ones that you want. So just throw those live shrimp on the bottom. Maybe put one on the cord. We've been getting a few good sheephead in here. So look for those guys to start showing up more and more as we get closer to spring break.
I'm Captain Grant Coppin. Thanks for watching.